Hi guys. Hi everyone. I'm back with my first official video. Today I'm going to be showing you five birthday card ideas that you can make, because I always think homemade cards are better than store-bought because they're like cheaper and more heartfelt, but they're just fun, and I really like making cards for my friends and family, so I thought I would share some ideas with you, so let's get started. So for the first card, the supplies you'll need are paper, white and a colored paper, a place to put your watercolors, some watercolors, some brushes, and some pens. So the first thing you'll need to do is fold your white paper and cut it out to your wanted size. I made mine pretty small because why not? And then you're going to fold your colored paper for your backing and just hold your white paper over it and sort of trace around it, leaving a little bit. I left like 1 centimeter. And you're going to get your watercolors out, and you can get more creative than I did. I just did sort of an ombre effect. So, yep. Then you'll let that dry, and once you're done, glue it to your colored backing. And then, I'm not really that good with calligraphy, but I just wrote happy birthday on the front of mine, even though that doesn't look as good as I would have liked, but yep. And for the inside of the card for the message, you'll need to put a bit of more white paper, just the same size as the outside. The next one, you'll need some design paper, whatever, some yarn, some ribbon, a Sharpie, a glue gun or glue, these things I'll show you how to make later, some balloons, whatever size or color you want, and then a banner that will say happy birthday, and I'm gonna have an exclamation point. So first thing, you will fold your decorated paper. It doesn't really have to be decorated, it can just be regular paper, but I had decorated paper, so that's what I use. And now I'm just sort of laying out the string how I want it to go. And then I'm just gonna write happy birthday. Who would have guessed? So now I'm just gluing the happy to the string and then the birthday. And a tip for this, I would space them further apart than I did because it's easier for it to fold. And then I just marked where I wanted them to be and I just glued them down. Now I'm just placing the balloons in a random fashion. Now this is just for the bigger balloons. What I decided is I'm just wrapping a bit of ribbon around the base of it, or the nozzle, and gluing that down, and then from the back I'm putting a bit of ribbon and just gluing that so it looks like it was tied on, but it really wasn't. Now this is how to make the pop-up thing. I just folded it into almost thirds and then folded those back, and so it helps lift the balloon further from the paper, I guess. But yeah, I just did that on some of them, and I decided only to do pink and orange because I don't know, I wasn't feeling the other colors. Oh, okay. So for the third card, you'll need some different paper, glue gun, pencil, ruler, scissors, and an X-Acto knife, and also a a cutting board. So the first thing, you'll fold your desired paper. I use this sort of, not really clamshell, I don't know, scalloped, yeah, scalloped paper, and I did a 6x6 square. And then I just cut out white so it goes on the inside, And for this we're doing stacked presents, and so I kind of messed this up, I had to redo it, but from the bottom I did 1/4 of an inch, then 2 inches for the bottom present, and then another 1/4 of an inch, and then 1.5 inch square present, and then another 1/4 of an inch, and then an inch present at the top. So, yep. And now you're only gonna cut the sides that I marked with an X, because if you cut the last side, then it will not work as a pop-up. So how to pop it up, I just sort of poke it through, and you have to be kind of careful with this. Just kind of crease the sides, press it down. It's pretty hard the first time. Like when I first tried this, it was like, what? But you'll get the hang of it after a while. Okay. Then I'm just putting on my present wrapping. On the bottom one, I have a 2x4 piece of paper that goes over both sides, and then a 3x1.5, and then a 1x2 on the top. And then I'm just gluing it to the scalloped paper. Yep. Pretty. Okay, so for the last one, you're gonna need cardstock, regular paper, or any color that you want, Mod Podge, glitter, cutting board, X-Acto knife, pencil, and a ruler. So the first thing, you're gonna fold your colored paper of your choice, and then here I'm just lining up the happy birthday so it's nice and even when I cut it out, since it's gonna be a silhouette. I just marked, I forget the measurements of mine, but I kinda marked so it'd be evenly spaced. So here I'm just cutting out the letters. Very nice. Okay, so now I'm just taking the same measurements and cutting out of the cardstock. And why I'm using cardstock, you might ask, it's so it can hold the glitter easier, so it's not as weak as regular paper. So I'm just putting a thin coating of Mod Podge on it. You don't want to put too much on it at once, because you can always go back. So I'm just putting on the glitter, dumping it off once it's dry. Wait for it to dry. And then dumping out the excess. And then I went back and fixed some empty spots. Okay, so here I forgot to mention you'll need a glue gun, but I just kind of glued it at the seam, so